Now, this is going to be like the most real video I've ever created. Now, for me, productivity is like the key to pretty much all the success I've had. And I get questions all the time about how to be productive. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to be insanely productive. Now, I'm 22 years old, and over the last 5.5 years, I've built multiple successful 7-figure companies. I've had exits. I've been able to buy commercial real estate, been able to live the life that I want. I've been very grateful for it. But I've started from nothing. I didn't come from anything. I was never gifted anything. My parents didn't have any money, and I knew I wanted to create something for myself. And so a lot of that, obviously was a flame from within, but I want to get started on this video. There was no magic handout. There was no special thing that I did. But what I did learn along the way is a lot about discipline, productivity, and things that I feel like I should share with you guys. Now, if you're looking for a quick hack or some type of supplements or chemical that can make you be more productive, this video just won't be for you. But in this video, I'm going to teach you guys what I've learned about productivity when it comes down to controlling, prioritizing, and obviously using systems within your day to be the most productive person you can, whether that's work, life, whatever you decide to do. So nowadays I run multiple successful companies at the same time. Now I have my emphasis and my focus in a few top companies, which is mainly Showcar and Social Refresh. And my other ones are more passive, but I'm going to teach you guys exactly how I'm able to be productive so I can make sure I can focus on these different companies all at the same time. Now, the first topic that I want to cover is procrastination. Now, this is a topic where everybody has dealt with this. I've dealt with it. And even myself within my own personal life, it was so bad when I was in school. I was in high school, college, and I can tell you one thing, I procrastinated on almost every single thing I did. Even to this day, I find myself procrastinating on things that I don't want to do, but it does drive me nuts. So I try to not procrastinate as much as I can. Look, when you're building a business or doing anything in life, there's gonna be a lot of work and a lot of effort you have to put in place to make sure that those things get done. Now, what I believe, and something I've learned over the last 5.5 years, is that all stress goes back to procrastination. Now, what I mean is that when you're stressed about something, for example, like a certain thing that hasn't gotten done, or you're worried about this happening or this happening, it's usually just because you've procrastinated on something else. You've procrastinated on that one subject, and now it's sitting in the back of your mind and you're just constantly thinking about it. So now it's really hard to move past that specific subject because it's constantly in your mind. With all the different things you have to get done in business and all the different thoughts you have throughout the day, it is going to be so insanely hard to get more things done, and you're actually going to lead yourself to procrastinating more and more and more. Basically, what I'm saying is that stress is caused by the things you know you should be doing, but you're not doing it. Over time, this is going to create a lot of guilt. You're not going to make the best decisions, and it's also going to lead to a lot of anxiety, which anybody in life has obviously procrastinated on something and it's led to anxiety. And so obviously you guys know that feeling. So when people ask me, well, how are you not stressed all the time? You have all these companies, you're doing this, you're doing that. Well, one of the things I've learned is that as long as I don't procrastinate on the things that I need to get done on my to-do list or anything that someone asks me to do, then I'm not going to be stressed. And being disciplined is the key to that. So what I like to do is the night before, any day I have to work or any day I have to do anything, I write down a to-do list on every single thing I have to complete throughout that day. Now, you guys would probably think I'm crazy, but the next day I would obviously have to do that list. If I didn't have that full complete list done by the time it was lunchtime or dinner time, I can't eat. Like I have to hold myself to these high standards. When I was first building my business, I would have a laundry list of things I have to get done before I can eat lunch. Sometimes that led to me not eating lunch till 5, 6, 7 p.m. at night. And you don't really learn these things about yourself that you can handle until you actually do it. I learned a lot about myself when I was first doing that. Do I recommend that for everybody? No. What I am saying is that the night before is so important to everything you do throughout the next day. So for example, I have a to-do list right here, and I basically just have to go down my list every single day, cross everything off. But the only way you have a to-do list is you write it yourself. The reason why I'm saying to do it the night before is because if you wake up the next day and you don't have a list of things to do, you have no direction on what to do for the whole day. So you start doing other things, procrastinating, and not becoming the disciplined person that you have to become. And that doesn't even mean just creating a to-do list. That also means reviewing the previous day, asking yourself, what moved the needle today? What really allowed me to grow within myself, within my business, or anything I'm possibly doing that day? What are the things that I can improve on from the whole day? Where did I waste time? You have to ask yourself these questions so you can get better the next day. And outside of a review and a to-do list, one of the other things that I like to do is understand exactly what I'm wearing the next day, making sure my water bottle is filled up, making sure everything is organized so I'm not stressed the next day I wake up. I know how my day is going to look because you have to stay disciplined, especially when you're doing things at a high level. Now for me, I only wear black clothes. So basically my whole closet is all black, black shorts, black pants, black shirts. You basically can see it. Any video that I have, I'm either wearing the one suit that I have so I don't have to make any other decisions, or I'm wearing a black t-shirt. If you guys look at my Instagram, if you guys look at my TikTok, anything I'm wearing is a black t-shirt because I do not want to make any extra decisions. Look, the mornings are so important. They set you up for the rest of your day. So making sure you have everything organized the night before, making sure your head is on straight right when you wake up, that is the only way you're going to set yourself up to have a productive day. So talking about mornings, and one of the things that's helped me is I really try to give myself time in the morning. I do wake up at a standardized time every single morning, about 6:30 a.m. And sometimes it changes. Sometimes it's 6 a.m., sometimes it's 7 a.m., but I give myself time. I don't set up meetings till 9 a.m. because I believe in giving myself as much time as possible to collect my thoughts, to make sure I'm going to be productive throughout the day. If you wake up and you're anxious right away because your meeting is in 5 minutes or it's in 10 minutes, whatever it is, you will be like that the rest of the day. Setting the baseline, setting the standard in the morning time is going to allow you to make sure that you stay ready the whole day. The worst thing you could do in the morning is not give yourself enough time. I like to be in bed about 9 p.m. every single night. It allows me to wake up early. It allows me to focus on my sleep, because the best thing for you or any human is obviously sleep to set you up for the next day, because that morning baseline is what you build off of the whole day. If you don't have a morning baseline, and it's obviously just you being super anxious throughout the day because you have nothing planned, you have nothing ready, you're obviously 10 minutes until your first meeting, you will be anxious the whole day and you won't get anything done. But one of the most craziest part about what I've built is I've built it off of no stimulants at all. Now, you guys think of, morning time routine, you think of getting your coffee, you think of drinking your caffeine, whatever it is. I have not done any of that over the last 5.5 years. Now, I'm not saying that because I sound superior. I'm saying that because the system works. For me, stimulants have just not been a part of my life, and I don't plan on adding them just because I'm trying to focus on having the best foundation and the best baseline on a daily basis. If I have 2 hours of productive work just because I drank a cup of coffee, I'm going to have a 2-hour crash right after, and I do not want to plan for that. Look, most people try to fix their structure with stimulants, but I just don't believe in that. I believe that you should be making sure that you have consistent sleep and obviously a structured day that is already planned out. So for me, a lot of my stimulants and a lot of my energy that I get, which I have a consistent amount of energy all day until I go to bed, it all comes from obviously making sure I get my sleep. I'm eating as clean as possible, because when I don't eat clean, I will not have energy. I'm being honest, guys. It's very, very important. The next one is obviously consistently drinking water. I always keep water with me at all times. Sitting in this video, I have a water right here. I drink a ton of these every single day. And it's something I recommend for any business owner, is making sure you stay hydrated and stay alert. But the next thing is having structure for my next day. That's one of the most important things that has allowed me to focus throughout the day without needing stimulants, without needing caffeine. Because once you have a to-do list in front of you and you've learned that procrastination leads to stress, you will complete every single task on that to-do list. At that point, you become dangerous on your baseline every single morning. You don't need stimulants. You don't need people telling you what to do. You have a baseline and you build off of it every single day. Now, talking about to-do lists, it is actually a very important topic that I like for any entrepreneur who is looking to actually build something. If you don't have a to-do list, you don't have tasks to actually complete. But to-do lists can actually create a lot of anxiety. People actually kind of get it wrong. They just write down a ton of things that they have to do and they don't prioritize their to-do list. So how do you overcome that? You create a priority list in your to-do list. So top priority should be the things you have to complete right away. They need to be done no matter what. Obviously, you have your medium priority, so something that obviously just needs to get done. It's more on like a second or third list. But then obviously you have your bottom of the list, something that doesn't really need to get done throughout the day. It can just be done maybe later on at night when you have the extra time. So at night, when you're building your to-do list, list out your priority list. List out what needs to get done first, what needs to get done second, what needs to get done third, based off of the things that have the most priority. Now, for me, priority comes down to what is going to give me the most leverage. For me, filming content is a super huge leverage point. So I'm going to put that at the top of my list. Now, what's another leverage point that I need to get done? Well, replying to vendors, replying to some of my franchisees, clients is very, very important. So I'll put that on my priority list as one of my top items. Now, what's a low priority for me? For me, a low priority might be, responding back to an approval on a different marketing material that we just put out. So at night, I'll get that done later. I'll I'll look at the marketing material and I'll say, obviously it looks good, or here's some of the edits that we need to get done. Everybody's priorities are completely different. Now, I don't expect you to follow that priority list, but what I do want you to understand is what is the biggest leverage point on your priority list. That should be your number one thing to do. If you're really good at sales, you should be focused on selling all day long. Like, that is your biggest priority. That is number one. Do not put anything else in front of it, because first off, you, your company, and everybody around you is going to make more money if you sell. So that's how you're going to stay calm throughout the day. We talked about the morning time. We talked about throughout the day. Throughout the day is all by priority lists and making sure that you get stuff done. Now, for me, like I said, you don't have to follow the rule of get all these tasks done and then you can go eat. I personally use that because I think it's really important for me. But if you are super disciplined and that's the way you want to go, then do it. So when I look back and I think about some of the things that I've done in my life to help me, stay productive, stay disciplined, it's actually surrounding myself with the right people. It's crazy how much of effect that really is, but it's really just changed my life. None of my friends drink, none of my friends smoke, none of my friends party. I have a lot of older friends, I have younger friends, but I can tell you is that the people you hang out at night after you're done working, after you're done focusing, if they're like gossiping or they're, partying or drinking or causing a lot of mayhem in your life, and maybe they're negative, those people need to go. Because no matter what, if you have toxic people in your life and people who aren't lifting you up and people who aren't allowing you to actually focus on the things that you need to get done, they are not adding to your life, they're just taking from it. Now, I've actually been really good at this over the years. I've had my fallouts in the beginning of just not having really great people around, but over the years, I feel like I've been really good at eyeing, who's good around me, who isn't. But it does take time for almost anyone. Anybody that's watching this, like, you probably can think of a few people who are really good to you, and you could probably think of a few people who obviously are maybe taking a lot from you at the same time. Because no matter what, you are who you surround yourself with. And so if you surround yourself with a bunch of millionaires, billionaires, successful entrepreneurs, whoever it is, you will become them. You'll learn from them. You'll take habits from them. You might even kind of mimic them in some ways. And the same thing goes for the opposite side of the scale. So obviously, if you're around people who drink, smoke, party, do every drug in existence, you will probably be doing those drugs, and you'll probably be partying, and you'll probably be distracted. Now, take probably as you will. I know some people that do hang around those people and they're not affected, but that takes a very, very special person. So what I want you to do is cut out everything bad out of your life. Now, I don't believe in drinking. I don't believe in smoking. I don't believe in drugs. I don't even drink caffeine. But what I can tell you is that if your friends are doing it, the people around you are doing it, it's probably not going to help you in life. Over the last 5.5 years, I've seen a lot of friends quit. I've seen a lot of family quit, and they've not been able to actually focus and stay productive on a daily basis. Okay? The reason why I'm here today is not because I won the jackpot or I got lucky. It was because I created my own luck. I worked every single day. I put effort in every single day, and I didn't stop. Every single thing on my to-do list was accomplished, and it was accomplished with integrity. But the real reason why most people quit is because they don't know why they're doing it. So come up with a reason of why you're actually wanting to do this, why you're looking to stay productive, why you're looking to build a business. Is it because you're looking to create a better life for yourself, for your family, for your future? But whatever it is, create that reason and stick to it. Don't compare yourself to other people. Find your reason, stick to it, and hold that standard high, because in 6 months from now, you're going to look back and you're going to thank yourself, because you can be a whole different person 6 months from now and you don't even know it. Look, if you made it through this whole video and this video helped you, comment what you're implementing first. Tell me what you need to improve on, because I love hearing what you guys need help with, and obviously what you're working on. Because if this video helps even just one person, I know that it worked. What I can tell you is that if you want more videos like this, subscribe, comment, like, so this reaches other people within the algorithm. And I'll see you guys in the next one.